Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a new release for the 94 Flashback event going on in Hockey Ultimate Team, so we're going to break down all of those cards, as well as discuss some new Primetimes. We got some big ones, so we want to go over that and see where the value is, or if these cards should be avoided or sold if you packed them. So as always, guys, if you do enjoy the content daily and you come back and watch multiple videos of mine, please hit me with that subscribe, and if you like the video, give it a like as well. It helps me out a long way. Alright guys, let's get into today's content. All right, we're going to start out with the prime times. We got the 87 Dougie Hamilton. Obviously, we have the 93 out right now, but if you're a free-to-play player, Dougie Hamilton's one of the best cards that you can get, just again because of his size. Defensively, guys that are 6'6", it's just so hard to enter the zone against. Just an incredible card all the way around, and it has endgame size. You can't raise attributes enough to make 6'6", you know what I'm saying? With Gladiator and Workhorse, Gladiator not really, but Workhorse, really good synergy. And to be honest, Gladiator on this card, because Dougie Hamilton's body checking is a little low. Not that it really matters, because again, 6'6" is so dominant. You get these two activated, and your card is looking fire. You add Distributor, gets 89 speed. This is a really good card. And anyone that's in the lower range that can't afford the big Dougie Hamilton, this is a very good option, guys, once you already have Distributor and Spark activated. So be on the lookout for this. Really good card. Moving on, we got the 87 Alex DEBRINCAT with Howitzer and Shutdown. Now, obviously, at 5'7", he is basically useless in his own zone. You combine the fact that he's got 71 body checking, that pretty much hammers that point home. That being said, 93 speed and agility at 95, acceleration 90 before team-based synergies. That's incredible. His shots above 90, hand stats all above 90. If you can't afford like Howie Morenz, this is a great option. And to be honest, if you have Howie Morenz as well, this is a decent option as well, just because of the meta this year. You can fly down the boards against anyone that's slower. A really good card in my opinion. I think he'll be cheaper, but free-to-play, guys, this is a card to watch out for sure. Just a really well-rounded, good synergy card. Again, defensively, completely useless, but nonetheless, a really good card. Next up, we've got the 88 Max PACIORETTY, 6'2", 215, with Wingman and Workhorse. Again, a nice synergy combo. Combine the fact he gets up to 89 speed with Distributor. His acceleration will be almost maxed, as well as getting his agility in the 90s if you have Swarm shots above 90. This is a really good left-handed winger card. If you can't afford the Matthew Tkachuk, this is a phenomenal alternative. But again, he is a little bit slower, so again, if you're someone who controls time on attack quite a bit, cycles in the zone an awful lot, this is the kind of card you want to watch out for. Just an all-around very good card in the 88 Max PACIORETTY. Then we got some big ones, the 91 Mitch Marner. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan of Mitch Marner cards. I find that because he's only 175, he just gets bumped off the puck with the slightest gust of wind. That being said, his synergy combo is tough because his agility is 96, D-King's 96, puck control is 97. Magician gets everything to 99, but it doesn't even take full advantage of the synergy. And then if you add in passing playmaker as well, like stick checking's already at 95, passing's already at 98, and shot accuracy, the slap shot accuracy could get up to 98, which is good. But it doesn't offer a lot. Like, that's a tough synergy combo because, it's already got great stats. This is a card I'd like to see have Workhorse or Wingman on there. But, he's still going to be good. It's not great, if you know what I mean. Then we got the big one, the 93 Austin Matthews, 6'3", 220, always one of the better cards. So 90 speed acceleration before any team-based synergies. His shot is all in the 90s. Now, a lot of people have pointed out the 87 Matthews, the duo with Speedster, is faster. Well, that's true. His shot is incredible. It's all endgame, basically. This is the left-handed version of Patrick Laine. And while his synergy combo is not great, it does improve, his stats to a point where his shot is almost max. Like, this is a very good card. I wouldn't play him at center with only 85 faceoffs, but we're getting to the point where, it'll happen. At some point, we will get an Austin Matthews card that you can play at center, but a really good left-handed winger card, and, one that I would look to target if you had the coins or if you packed them. You might want to hold on to him. This is a phenomenal card. On to the new event cards. We got the 85 6'7" Jamie OLEKSIAK. In NHL 20, this is one of the best cards in the game just because of how the meta was. Swarm and Gladiator on this one. Well, I talked about how the 87 Hamilton is like a budget version of his master set, totally usable though. This isn't. 6'7" is phenomenal, but at 81 speed at this point in the game when there's 90s, like, just gonna get absolutely blown by. You combine that with the fact his shot is basically useless. 73 accuracy. He's not even gonna hit the rink if he takes one from the point. Deking at 69, like, I would much rather invest in the 6'6", 87 overall Dougie Hamilton Primetime than this card. So this would be a sell for me. Then we got the 85 Garpenlov, 6 foot with heart and soul passing playmaker. Again, this is a pretty easy one. If you were to pack this, it's an instant sell. Just not enough going on here and a bad synergy combo. So this would be a sell for me. Following him, we have got the 86 Sean Hill with balanced and shutdown. If you don't have a speed synergy or skating synergy that gets your speed up and you're under 80, yeah, guys, unfortunately, just not usable. Like, even the pro players are going to have a hard time using someone who's got 80 speed and 79 acceleration. So, instant sell if you did pack Sean Hill. Then we've got the 87 Shayne Corson, 6'1", with speedster, which gets his speed up to 84 on the wing. While his shot power is nice, body checking, stick checking defensively, he's great. It's just, how are you going to use an 87 winger that's got 81 speed before distributor, and he's only 6'1"? Like, you're just going to crawl down the ice, and, you know, even, again, the biggest of best of players going to have a hard time using this card. So another instant sell for me. Next, we've got an NHL 20 GOAT as well in the 87 Kevin Hayes with Spark and Magician. Spark obviously makes him very usable because it is a very good synergy. 6'5" is just an elite size. You wish he had good face-offs, because, again, as a centerman, you don't really need to have a giant speed rating to be good, but 78 on the face-offs means that he's in a winger card. So, again, this is the left-handed build of Patrick Laine. I know I mentioned earlier that Matthews would be a good comparison, but Matthews card has unbelievable shooting total, and speed is much higher. Magician is nice on this guy because, again, Magician is a synergy that allows you could feel it when you do half spins and the L2 and those kind of things. But, again, Mitch Marner's is already max. I talked about that. But this card, you should feel a little bit more. And he has 2 to Magician, which means, you know, it only takes 2 more to activate. But you could get away with this. I mean, the bigger guys, like the players that really are good at TOA, like, it's mostly Division 1 guys, I'm not going to lie, that can control TOA much better, but hold off the puck and defenders, well, this is going to be an elite card for you. But if you're someone who scores off the rush and kind of collapses in their own zone and waits for in the transition game, this is not going to be the card for you, but there is definitely a player base that would really excel with this 87 Kevin Hayes. Then we got my man, 87 Tomas Hertl, 6'2", 215 with Spark and Light the Lamp. Again, kind of like the Kevin Hayes card, it's just you're going to play him on the wing. You know, a little bit better skater, and his shot's a little bit better, but obviously it's 6'2". I mean, 6'2" is not bad at all. If you have distributor activated, there is a spot to be able to use this card and lower in your lineup. But you know, I'll probably use him on my free-to-play team, to be honest with you. Again, just a big body. This is like a very, very, very budget version of the Matthew Tkachuk master item. But definitely still has a spot, as, you know, the shooting total is nice with Light the Lamp. If you have the 91 Gretzky, then Light the Lamp will be activated on him if you have this one, basically. So keep that in mind, but not a terrible card at all by any stretch of the imagination. Another 87 in the Craig Ludwig, 6'3" with Swarm and Workhorse on left defense. Like, again, 84 speed with distributor at this point in the game is just going to be tough. Like, I think about, you know, all the guys that have Jack Hughes. Like, you're not going to, unless you make the perfect route to the puck, it's just going to be so hard to use him effectively. And again, a lot of my viewer base is the guys that struggle, or the guys in the mid-range divisions. Division 1 guys, you know how to use cards like this. But, you know, for the guys that struggle a little bit with defense, like, it's just too hard. So I would sell for the majority of this. This card is nice, though, if you have multiple team-based synergies on, though. It's not bad. 6'3" with 91 body checking. Shot power 92. Nah, I mean, you would need barrage. Like, no, this is a pass for me. Then we've got the 88 Ryan GETZLAF, 6'4", 227, and again, another NHL 20 GOAT card. That being said, only 86 on the draw, which is sad to see. However, he's got 2 to Thief. If you get Thief on this card, it becomes one of the better centermen, especially on the budget side, because, again, not a lot of people are going to go for this card because of speed already and the fact that he's only got Heart and Soul. But if you have distributor and spark on, you know, again, center is a position where you don't need to have these burners, and in the defensive zone, he is one of the best. He's like a budget version of Matt Sundin, but there is definitely some value here, and if you have Thief activated, for sure, it could make this card real nice for you. And again, if you can't afford the 91 Matt Sundin, this is not a bad alternative at all. Then we've got a bit of speedier card in the 989 Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He's going to be a winger with Magician. And again, it almost maxes out all 3 stats, so it is nice. With distributor on, gets it a 90 speed, acceleration, can get over 90 with synergies as well. His shot isn't bad. You know, like, defensively with defensive awareness at 90, stick checking 91, it's not bad. Like, this is an all-around decent card if you need distributor activated, and the 2 to Magician does help. Like, if you had the, you know, when Sakic gets upgraded, him and Sakic would activate Magician. I think the 2 to a player-based synergy does help, and it does have some value. You know, I wish he had a little bit more speed just to take advantage of it, but not a bad card at all for sure. Moving on to the 90s, we got the 90 Glenn Anderson, Barrage, and Howitzer. On the right wing, speed at 90 before distributor, acceleration can get to 89 with spark. His shot, if you have Barrage, it makes his shot almost perfect in terms of his slap shot. And again, body checking 91 makes up for the fact he's only 5'11". Stick checking 94, defensive awareness 93 before any team-based synergy. This is valuable. Like, you can definitely use this card. I'm curious to see what he's going for on the market. Way too high. This should come crashing down. Anywhere around 200 and 220K would be nice in my opinion, especially if you have Barrage. We've got another big-time Morgan Riley pull with a 90, 6'1", 219 with Barrage and Light the Lamp. Again, Morgan Riley cards are some of the best left-handed winger or defenseman cards in the game. I mean, the speed and acceleration both get over 90. If you have Barrage, which is becoming more popular near the end game, he's got a great slap shot. Even without it, it's not bad. And then defensively at 6'1", he's okay with 82 stick-checking defensive awareness. This is a nice left-handed defenseman card if you can't afford some of the bigger ones like, you know, the new Clef Bomber OEL. We'll see what he's going for. Leaf cards usually go for a lot. I would like to see it around 170 to 150. I doubt it gets that low, but it could. I mean, his synergies aren't great. They do definitely help him, but we'll have to see. But 180 isn't a bad price. And lastly, we've got the 91 Mark Recchi, 5'10", with distributor and wingman. I mean, honestly, nah. Like, 84 body checking on a winger that's 5'10" means he's not going to be usable in his own zone. Speed and acceleration both under 90. His shot is okay. It's a low 90s. Like, just, man, not enough for the build that he's got. His synergies are great, but nah. Like, I'm not a huge fan of this, so this would be a sell for me for sure. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's content. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And again, subscribe if you want daily NHL content. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, boys.